Hello there, YouTubers. Cosmic Truth Chronicles here. It tells you the cosmic truth about the Mandela effect. If you don't know what a Mandela effect is, Nelson Mandela was a president of Africa, and he was in prison for a long time. Now, word got out by the media that he was deceased. That's not a Mandela effect. That was a news misinformation. So he eventually passed on, Nelson Mandela, but this Mandela effect is sold by mystic-minded people to trick you into believing what they believe. It's all about misremembering things. I fell into that mentality before. Could be an example. It's peanut butter called Jiff. People say it was chippy. No, there was a confusion between Jiff and Skippy peanut butter. And people got it confused in their minds that it was always Jippy. It wasn't always Jippy. Curious George, the cartoon and the book series, George didn't have a tail. He never had a tail. If somebody drew him put a tail, it was by accident. I fell into these Mandela effects because some nice lady that I trusted, past tense, mind you, to give me examples of the Mandela effect. And all it was to me, I fell into that trap that, trying to say that this was always this, but I remember this, just because you remember this as that doesn't make that true. Another example this person came up with was misspellings or people in the media getting the words wrong. That's not a Mandela effect. Oh, I live into a different dimension than you, per se, and through there's different dimensions, true there's different things that are beyond our understanding, paranormal, mind you, extraterrestrial, which I've faced before, but I could be tricked by I'm trying to believe what Dr. Stephen Greer says about some of the things I could have been tricked when I was abducted by a group of people using alien technology and TFT gas. Now, the Mandela effect, people remember different things. They get mixed up with what they remember. How did you remember this? I remember that. Yeah. And it's all trickery and mind control. Stuff. It is mind control. And I appeal to this type of mentality. And there's all kinds of people on the internet say this Mandela effect was this and Mandela effect caused that. And I remember this differently that you do. Well, it could be mistaken. All of us could be sorely mistaken by this metallic effect. Crap. Because I think it's crap. I think nobody ever experienced anything through this Mandela effect. Nelson Mandela was not dead. He was reported dead. And then when he came up alive, all of a sudden he's alive. There must be an alternate universe stuff. No, it wasn't. Media reported that death to cause pneumonia. And it's fun to think that things were different. You know, the Einstein's Bears was different name. You know, the Flintstones too, or anything could be misidentified by media trickery. We all been tricked into believing this and that. Does it make it real? Does it make it truth? The cosmic truth? That's all mystic, mindless jargon that people use this to trick you. Just because of this books and texts from ancient times and this was this and that was that, it changed. This was misidentified by the media and newspapers. And most of it is because the language barrier had a lot to do with all of that. And now language barrier really as a way to make people think one thing into another, or say, I'm sure this was different. No, it's not. Just because you misremember something doesn't mean that it was an alternate universe or whatever. There could be alternate universes. I could be a part of that, because I believed I was for a while. But that's mystic-minded uselessness. It's useless. It's fun. It's fun to say, oh, we get together and do a show saying This was a Mandela effect. George Mandela didn't die. It was before he did. It came up to where he was alive. That's not anything supernatural. This is supernatural stuff I see. Like using ghost tubing to paranormal stuff. And that's an electronic parlor tricks. Really, an electronic parlor tricks. I enjoy some paranormal stuff online, but they all got these pieces that made on their thumbnails. Scary. Oh, I was scared. Was the most solid. That was the most solid thing I ever experienced. I have many paranormal experiences, which I cannot prove. I cannot prove. I can tell you the stories. Just like they can tell you a story that this was different the way I remember it. And now it's different now. And no, it's not. It's not different. It's always been the same. Misreporting things, misrepresenting a topic. People fall for this shit. I fell for it for a long time. Because I wanted to belong. I wanted to belong. And whenever I experienced whatever people I trusted stabbed me in the back, I'm not. So much so that I deleted a couple channels. I like the one lady that does the Mandela effect. Truly I did. But she went ahead and was on another show, but she gave the link to, so I joined her in the show. This guy running the show said, "Does anyone know this guy, Cosmic Joe?" Silence. And she was in this ship, it was ready for her to get their own joke going. I said, I know this person. I know her. She said, yeah. Like, yeah, but I don't really know this person too well. And then she went to do her own show. Got the emails from of their friends, and when I wanted to go to the show with her, I was shunned. I was cast aside because she has her own clique, own group of people she chats with who are like-minded as she was. I really enjoyed being a part of that show, but the thing is, you cannot trust anyone like that who just mindlessly goes on and on about this and that and about your religious. You gotta listen to the religious stuff that they believe. Not if you don't believe in that, you're not gonna gain any knowledge from it. You can say, hey, this person is doing this and that, but oh well. I said my piece. I don't disrespect anyone for doing shows that focus on things he cannot really prove. Yeah. That's it for me. Nobody's gonna watch this video, but if you do, share, like, and tell me what you think about what I just said. Because I truly believe a Mandela effect is bullshit. Nope said. Goodbye.